everyone, it's Ray, Herrholz Hub. It's been a while since we've been on the channel. I've been out with, had double eye conjunctivitis, and they're better. I can see. This is still light sensitive, so when I go outside, I have to wear my dark sunglasses. I haven't needed those in forever, but today, totally not Disney related. Today is about being handicapped and needing services that your local community cannot also provide. They say they can, but they haven't been. So, the boys have been going to a medical daycare. Camden's been going since September of last year. Colton has been going since almost December of 20. He came to us in 23. He's been going here since the December of 23. And then his brother was born in February, and we acquired him 4th of July of 24. So he's been going since September of 24, and we just did this July, this renewal, this review. They both were denied medical day services. Of course, as soon as I found out, I appealed them. And I finally got the denial letter in the mail. Let me tell you, there's a lot of misinformation, and Medicaid had a breach. So your information, like ours and the boys, can be all over the place right now. My work has been providing copies of mail that looks just like the mail I'm receiving from the fair hearing, from Medicaid. It looks like this. So please be very, very careful. And I have been nasty and rude, very forward, because I've been trying to protect them under the HIPAA Act, because they're PHI, because we are well versed and educated in it. Others don't understand that you are when you are in healthcare too. I want you to know, learn your HIPAA rules and regulations for your privacy health information, especially if you're a parent, grandparent, guardian, custodian, including adoption. Yes. So, just one moment and I will finish. I gotta damp my eye. Okay, let me show you what's going on. Sorry, sometimes the eye will drip, and I don't want to get it all over me, because it's supposed to be highly contagious, and I don't want to get it all over me. Then I can't get with the boys. Excuse the hair. I have it all pulled up. I'm in a, yeah. What are you going to do? It's who I am. Okay, so let's get back to this. You're being told you got denied PPEC services. So what do? You appeal. You are assigned an Essentra nurse, who is the middle person between you, the PPEC, and the Medicaid PPEC services that you talk to on a monthly basis. Let me tell you one thing. If you work really hard to keep your child out of the ER, those stupid little visits actually count. So I have, it's a mess. So I have someone I have to ask to write an affidavit for me because of that. I have to get the notes from all the little sick visits we've had to do in the last couple of months from our pediatricians off, not just our specialists, from everywhere. So this is a denial letter. This is a few pages front to back. You get this piece too that also has every language under the sun in it. And then the person who read it, it's a physician. Supposedly it's a single physician who reads it. So it's going to have a bunch of information on it. Make sure your information is correct. It's here. My information is not correct. They have my ex-husband's information on it. They have me as McIntyre. I haven't had that married name in 20 years. It'll be 21 years next year. Yes, next year. Right? Yeah, 21. I haven't even seen or heard from him in almost half of that. Long story. Long story. It's going to tell you the date of notice, when they did the review, the request, the billing provider, and everything where you send the kids, their kids' number, doctor, pediatrician's number, the name of the child, if you have more than one, they're all singles, and their Medicaid number, which I think is ridiculous. That needs to be plastered all over everything. Again, PHI, that is called PHI, your personal health information. Make sure whoever you have on your HIPAA is the only person on your HIPAA. And if they try to go around you, like insurance companies try to do, I've already had to deal with that with this, and I've had to get ugly. There's a Florida statute that will also back up the HIPAA statute in regards to going around the caregiver, the person that they're talking about. If you go around me or them, even if they were able to speak for themselves, it's against the law. And there, like I said, there's state regulations here in Florida for that as well, besides HIPAA. So here it is. It has it marked off through next year, all services denied, including part-time. And then the decision is at the bottom of the page, but you have to flip it over. Here's this huge, I'm not gonna disclose all the information to you guys. So this one's talking about Camden, and I'm gonna read it to you. I'm putting it behind the camera because I have to look up because I have progressive lenses. So, or I have to hold it down so I can look like I'm not. Showing you the insides of my nose. So for Camden, with a history of extreme prematurity, chronic lung disease, GERD, who is progressing very well. GERD has greatly improved and he has a great appetite. His bonus side is his only daily medication, and albuterol is PRN. I do not see any ER visits or hospitalizations noted. He is pulling to stand and developing well. He receives all therapies. There are 4 adults in the home and no need for skilled nursing services at this time. PPEC has been denied. I don't know the name of this medication that he has listed here. It's not on his medication list. Camden takes Zyrtec. Camden, it's a daily. It's the citrazine. It's a prescribed one because the Zyrtec over the counter doesn't work as well. We have Flovent. We have albuterol as needed for emergencies as inhaler, and for a nebulizer, we have saline for nebulizer. Those are the PRN, 2 PRNs. His GERD has not improved. It hasn't, it hasn't. It's improved, but it hasn't improved. He's still been dealing with it. And I've been asking to get him a wedge to sleep on and to take naps on. That'll keep him like this instead of like this. He'll lay this way and it'll hold him, cradle him. Because lately his burps have been really disgusting. He'll burp and it up comes. It's not been pretty. I don't know where they're saying it has improved. It's not like he was when he was newborn at 5 months old when he came to us and he was up chucking everywhere. But that's because he was allergic to the milk. They didn't catch that in the hospital, I guess, in NICU. So that's what it sounds like. And then it's signed. Then you have to turn it over. And then we have till a certain date to finish applying for filling out the paperwork to send. They sent me HIPAA forms. I filled them out. It gives you directions of how to fill it out. I filled them out. Here's a copy. This is a printout of the encrypted email that it came in because it wouldn't print it at first. This is it here. I filled them out. I faxed them and I emailed them in. Oh no, the lady says on the phone. I think this is Miss Francine. Oh no, that is not the right one. That's for Medicaid. I'm like, y'all sent it to me. I sent it back to the email that I got it from. Came encrypted, and they also sent the same paperwork with the same information, with the same PHI on it in the mail. They didn't even have you sign for it. They just sent it snail mail. So much for protecting your PHI. So now, I have to fill all this stuff out again, sign it, resend it. I have till next week, actually, to get it done. Most of this last week and a half, I have not been able to see very well to get this done. He has been taking care of the boys for me. I haven't been able to go to work. I tried to go to work the other night. The lighting, the fluorescent lights, we don't have fluorescents. The fluorescent lights were horrible. Made my eyes water really bad. This one just swelled so much that I couldn't even wear my glasses. I saw the eye doctor on Wednesday. He gave me some new antibiotic eye drops. I'm doing 1 drop of 2 different meds every 2 hours. It's not easy to keep up with. And an oral. He said, it doesn't matter if you got pink eye from your kid's sore throat or changing a diaper or not washing your hands or from work or having the windows open in the car, because I love driving with my windows down and you get a piece of something in your eye, or possibly that eyelash that I thought I had in here and I thought I rinsed out. He says it doesn't matter. If it gets infected, it gets infected, and it's conjunctivitis and it's contagious. I'm the only one that has it. No one else in my house or at work has this. What? I don't wish it on no one. Not even my enemies. So I'm just letting you know. Fill your paperwork out and then send it. And then wait at least 24 hours, because a lot of these places, I know, including at work, it can take up to 3 hours for it to download into the fax box. And for the person to find it, because I know our system doesn't sort it, we have to actually go physically look for it. So someone has to look for that. It just doesn't automatically sort it and put it in your file. You have to go look for it. And then if you manually send it through a fax machine too, verify your number. You get your confirmation it was sent, put it in your file. I have a big old chart sitting here with everybody's stuff in it. I'm not even gonna worry about moving stuff, because then I have it all spread out on my dining room table. This is my desk in my room. It isn't. I have contacted the pediatrician's office. I'm going to do it again. I noticed, we found out last week doing this, Colton's neurologist, from the follow-up MRI we did in April to current, she left. That's why we could never get an appointment with her to get the MRI results. Because originally she verbalized that she, after the second MRI, then we were going to continue to move forward and do testing. We were going to see where on the spectrum we're at, what other things we are missing, what other things are going on. We're still waiting on genetics. I have to contact them again. This is a huge component that's missing, and I've told them that multiple times. Is we're going to have to go through this again with Camden, because he gets to see the neurologist next month. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But he'll get to see the neurologist next month. My eye's trying to water again. And it's making my nose run because the pressure on my sinus, you have a big sinus cavity right here, and on the side of my nose is insane. So Cam will end up having to go to genetics. He's probably going to end up getting an MRI too, because he's a micro. He was born under 950 grams, 56 grams, born at 22 gestational weeks, not pre, post, whatever. He's early birdie, 1.4 ounce, 1.1 pound, 4 ounces. His whole body, including a soft spot, still screams infant. I'm not saying they're not making progress. They've made tons of progress, and you can see that in the videos. But by no means is Colton able to walk. It says issued AFOs, walking, talking, feeds self. No need, 4 adults in house, no need to continue PPEC services. Where are you getting 4 adults? Are you counting my 2 dogs? There's no 4 adults in this house. My husband and I are the only 2 that's been doing this. My daughter helped us for a little bit before she moved 3 hours away from us, but she helped. That's where Camden had to stay for a week when Biggie was in the hospital for over 11 days. Almost died from CLL. It's a slow burner cancer. That's bullshit. Just saying. So if you have to deal with this, or if you're parents that have to deal with this, or for your handicapped kids, can you comment below or email me and let me know what and how are you dealing with it? If there's any hints, tips, or tricks that you can help us with. Because Colton's aging out of early steps that comes into the home. I even notified them. They haven't even got back to us. He's supposed to be getting ready to get tested in August, which we haven't got that email either, for where he's at on the spectrum of his education, which I think he's going to surprise everybody. We'll see. And then he would go to school 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 2. I don't know how we're going to swing it. I don't know. But he sure could use it. He loves to learn. So if you can give us any advice, you can email me at raiseplace13@gmail.com, raiseplace13@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description as well. You can email me. You can comment below. I'm very much okay with sharing this information because I think everybody needs to be well versed and educated in this when you have children like this. Oh, and if you're going to go to the parks, let me know. You see this? These we're going to be putting on these little hard placards, and we're hanging them off the wheelchair so you could see it. This one is too big to go on the front like I thought it was going to fit. This one's too big. You can't put it there. Because I'm so tired when we go into the Magic Kingdom. Oh, more strollers. Look at all these strollers. Look, your kid might not be strollered anymore. That's great. But mine has to be in one. Otherwise, I will have to get a trailer to pull behind my car for his stroller and push my other one in the stroller. That's why we have a double stroller, that we got it approved by ortho. Otherwise, he needs another one. And I'm going to be talking with them in regards to a car seat that has more of a lean than what we currently have. He needs to keep originally, the neurologist who left us high and dry said that he has to be in any seat that reclines backwards, that reclines. So if he were to fall asleep, she doesn't believe he would know to pick his head up and not keep cutting his airway off. I want you to know, when all my grandkids, even my older ones now, their heads bob and pop and toddle and get neck cramps from leaning over. They all do the same thing, just like he does. But I'm still going to ask about it since we're having such issues with that part. And the way he's been sitting, he's been rolling back, sitting on his tailbone, so he's doing this instead of sitting up like this, like we do. He's sitting like this, and we have to work on that. I don't want that kid developing something else that he doesn't need, which could be just from all of us figuring a way to work with it. So they also, the boys, they get PT, they get speech, they get feeding therapies, all of this at the PPEC Center that we never got, that I did Tuesdays and Thursdays on, that I would share clips and videos with of them at physical therapy. They only get a half an hour, and it was twice a week. Camden did get OT. Colton never got OT. And then we were able to get OT in the home. They were doing the OT here because he got an hour of it instead of half an hour at the other place. Colton had been on the speech and feed therapy list. He never got accepted for one there. And now if we're going to actually lose this, I might lose my job. Are they going to compensate me for someone's no need? No need because there's 4 adults in my house? There's no 4 adults in my house. My husband and I take care of everyone, and my husband and I tag team the boys. Have you lived with handicap? We don't know what we're getting into as they get older. What are we going to deal with? Are they going to still be nice and calm, or are we going to get explosive behaviors? My house is going to get destroyed. We don't know. We're trying, we're working the best we can to learn how to take care of them without that. So, again, if you're a parent, grandparent, custodian, foster care, I had my foster care license closed on us last year because they closed the ICPC for Colton from Virginia to here. They closed it. And so they closed our foster care license instead of letting us keep it, because we would be renewing it right now, this month too, for it to end in the middle of August. But I have to say, when we had our foster license, they listened to us better than they do now. They took note. Instead of waiting on these long daycare lists for children similar to Colton, I got to fill that paperwork out too, because it's a long list. With foster care, our foster care license, we got pushed to the front of the line. Didn't have to wait as long. That's why the one center that was such jerks, and I called DCF on, that's how we ended up in PPEC. Because we are part of the coalition, registered with the coalition, but it's under my foster care. I don't have that now, so I have to wait in the longer lines to get it. I'm going to lose my job. Is Medicaid, is the state of Florida going to compensate me for this? No. In 22, when we filed for care for Colton, We didn't get him here till August of 23 because the communication between the state of Florida and Virginia was horrible. And Virginia was painting us to be the bad guy. No matter how much they said they weren't, they did. Then they asked us to leave him there through his birthday of 23. No, you kept him away from us long enough. Your state, Virginia, Commonwealth of Virginia, put their ICPC education learning on YouTube for free. I sent them the links. He should have been with us the whole entire time, not in foster care like they did. Shame on them. When he was discharged in November out of NICU, he should have came to us, not going to a foster care. They were beautiful people, by the way. That was one of the foster families that I've ever met. They're beautiful. He was supposed to come here, and then if it was denied, then he could have went back up there and went to foster care. He'd have never been in foster care but with us, like Camden. They farted around so much it wasn't even funny. So he was 11 months old before he came to us. And the physicians up there farted around way too much. So now I'm fighting once again. I have fought. I am the biggest voice of my children, all my children. And I will dig until I find what is necessary. So back, round robin, back to the therapies. They just had their evals for their therapies because it's 6 months too. The doctor who did their evals wants to add an extra day and to their therapies at PPEC and said it's medically necessary. I don't know if he got that the doctor who did this, if he even got that information. It's very frustrating. It's a lot of work. I got a lot of paperwork to print. They asked us if we wanted to do it in person or over the phone. It's tickling my ear, sorry. We want to change it to in person. It's different when you can see the kids. It's so different. The one lady said, no, we don't do those anymore. But the original guy who set us up said, do you want it in person or not? And I should have said yes. And I'm okay with taking care of my own transportation. I have family up there. Okay. I'm not worried about it. I can't afford another attorney. I have 2 attorneys we're trying to pay off right now. One's from Virginia, one's for here. The one in Virginia, we haven't quite finished paying off. I'm going to see if I can get a loan to pay them off so I can get an attorney here. Because when they closed the ICPC in Virginia, you know what they did? State of Florida, we had a worker that would come out once a month. Kid Central. They would come out, visit because we're foster care, blah, blah, blah. The ICPC, they'd come in the house. Excuse me. And do their thing. They knew we were going to adopt because they're the ones that told us if we weren't going to do that, then they weren't going to certify the fostering. They weren't going to come in the home. So I was like, right, okay. So now we want to do it. We have all the beginning paperwork. I have it all in my phone. It's in the files in my phone, all digitally kept. Once that ICPC was closed last year, high and dry, they left. Didn't come to the house to do the discharge paperwork, nothing. I'm like, dude, what happened? What are y'all doing? Yeah, you hear that? Nothing. Oh, your worker's supposed to do that. Oh, no, Kid Central's supposed to do that. No, your worker. And they just back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. And eventually they quit hearing from either one of them, and I just stopped. I just need to get an attorney. We have full permanent custody of the boys, but we want to completely take them off the table and adopt them. And then there's no worries for them. They will always have their home here, then they know we are their grandparents. We are mi mom people. We are not their parents, but we are the ones who stepped up to the plate, and we are parenting. Their godmother she's amazing. So, and then we have to start, once we get through all of this garbage, then I'll have to start all over again for the next 6 months. Because this will go from July, August, September, October, November, December, January. We'll have to do it all over again. So guess what? You get a little tiny bit of fever, we're running to the hospital. It's not you know what an emergency ER visit is? It's for emergencies. Life and death emergencies. Did you cut your arm off? Go to the fucking ER. Don't come to the doctor's office. I only have some chest pain, but I would like Dr. Fusco or Dr. So-and-so or Dr. Who and ABD. Can you look at me first? No, go to the ER. Go to the ER. I've been in this shit so long. Go to the ER. Go. The DMV lets us get our parking permits. The doctor signed them and they just renewed them for next month, starting next month, next 6 months. It's a temporary one because we don't have all our diagnoses yet. But it's a temporary one. DMV, part of the state. They say they can have their parking permit. I mean, it's really frustrating. And as we go, I will update you. I'm going to record this because there's going to be a parent, grandparent, someone out there that's going to see this. Oh, do I really want to sit through 30 some odd minutes of someone rambling? If you have information, pass it along, please. Pass it along. Share any ideas, suggestions. And I will update you guys. Until then, have the day you deserve.